at Northern Lights Wildlife Shelter. Release season is underway. And the black bear yearlings are getting restless. Fights are breaking out. And the volunteers are trying their best to keep the bears in line.
It's good that they're playful, but hop, hop, move it. I hope they don't hurt each other.
In a neighboring town,
How you doing?
Hi, good, how about you?
Angelica Langen's daughter, Tanja, has been called out on an urgent rescue.
My goodness, you guys.
They're quite dirty, so.
I don't care at all.
Oh, you poor babies.
A newborn orphaned moose calf and his hours-old sibling.
Oh, you poor monkey. So we're just gonna find a nice quiet spot and I'm gonna give them their colostrum.
The next few hours are critical for the calves' survival.
Now it's a matter of trying to get, a good warm meal, get them cleaned up, keeping an eye out for any kind of infection. They are such a fragile animal.
Open the gate.
And there's a bunch of kids out there.
At Northern Lights Wildlife Shelter, rowdy yearlings are roughhousing non-stop.
It's just like teenage kids in there.
Lead volunteer Kim Grouse monitors the action.
They're getting more and more hormones in them, and so they start to wrestle with each other. Hey, Yukon.
Yukon, the darker black bear, has been aggressive since he was a cub.
Yeah, he was one of the mischief makers. Right away, he established his position in the group, took on the biggest bear. They didn't bother him too much after that.
Though rough with the other cubs, Yukon takes it easier on his brother Taku. Taku is smaller than Yukon, but just as scrappy.
Size doesn't say everything.
The inseparable siblings will soon be ready for release.
They're getting older, and you can see that they need more stimulation. It's a good indicator to see that they're ready to go.
As part of the shelter's efforts to boost declining moose populations, Tanya's heading home with 2 orphaned moose calves.
They've already been through a lot and they're only a few hours old.
Now Tanja must do everything she can to prevent the newborn calves from getting sick.
They were given birth to and immediately left. Let's start with this, which means that they didn't get a chance to get what's really important from their mom, which is colostrum.
The colostrum, or first milk, contains antibodies that help build up the calves' immune systems.
It's going. All right, little ones.
The shelter has a supply of frozen goat colostrum.
Unfortunately, the thawing process took a lot longer than what I wanted it to. So we're gonna move on to plan B. I'm gonna take a towel and I'm gonna dry them off. Hi. Okay. You guys are hungry.
The twin calves are still damp from birth.
Okay. Excitement. I don't want them to catch pneumonia from the wind going through. Next. They've been through so much already, they're gonna be pretty susceptible to anything. Feisty, huh? Feisty. Yeah, feisty is good. Whoops. You stay put. Just a second.
Tanja uses iodine to clean the umbilicals.
Want to make sure that the umbilical cord is properly disinfected because that is obviously an easy way for them to get infections inside their bodies.
Okay, we're gonna get some food in you soon, okay?
Tanja will continue thawing the colostrum on the drive back to the shelter.
You find the warmest spot to put it and try to make sure that you're aiding the process as quickly as possible.
Back at the shelter, Kim and Sally have come up with a challenge to help focus the rowdy yearlings.
Hey, it's enough for everybody.
So we've mixed together peanut butter and bird seeds.
Keep them busy.
Found an old coconut, which they've already stripped.
It's kind of like a brain game for them. Come on.
While Taku takes a crack at the coconut, his brother Yukon gobbles peanut butter off the branches.
Yeah. Oh, it is so funny. It's good to keep them busy. It's important, especially now.
The gooey treats are starting to take the bite out of the bear pen.
This is just a temporary fix, and hopefully it will keep them from each other's throat.
Down at the clinic,
Okay.
Tanja is anxious to get the vital first meal into the newborn moose calves.
All right, my darlings.
The colostrum is finally warm enough for the calves to drink.
This is probably one of the fastest we've ever had. Good job. That's the colostrum gone. It's a good start, and we can get some milk into them and hopefully fill their tummies a little bit. These moose calves are still very vulnerable.
The next 24 hours are critical as to whether the twins will survive.
Sun is shining.
It's morning at Northern Lights Wildlife Shelter.
Some exercise.
The twin moose calves are only a day old.
They're still pretty wobbly. But by moving around, they're getting stronger and stronger.
Hello.
How's it going?
Conservation Officer Flint Nibbs
What's the story?
It's sort of a sad story.
arrives at the shelter with another moose calf.
You're gonna have to check them over a bit.
This one was mauled by dogs.
Okay. I know. Who does this new world, huh? Hopefully he's willing to drink. Sometimes when they're a bit older, it gets difficult. Look at this intelligent baby. It is absolutely excellent.
The calf's appetite is a good sign.
Oh, was that good? Yes. Oh.
The dogs have obviously had him by the neck.
You can see where the teeth have scraped along the neck as he struggled away. We're still worried about infection, but the solution here will help. How about a break now? Does that sound good?
Next, Tanja is called to the bear enclosure to check on one of the yearlings.
And he's behaving normally?
Yeah, he was even chewing on that side.
Okay.
Just the one here. We called Tanja up because little tiny Taku has got a really swollen face.
Huh. Because that looks like he's got it even up the nostril there.
To make a proper diagnosis, Tanja needs a closer look at Taku's swollen snout.
Oh, I know. I know, bud. I know. You don't know me from a hole in the ground.
There's any number of things that could be. It's hard to say when you're not close enough. And you said he was eating.
He ate this morning.
The swelling is a real concern because since he was a small cub, Taku has had problems with his mouth.
He had some very severe injuries in his mouth from his accident. He was hit by a car.
He's definitely dealing with an infection.
Taku's mouth became infected,
Try it.
and he refused to eat.
He could have gone a very different way considering the severity of his injuries.
That's a good bear.
He fought his way back to health, but this swelling now threatens to put his release on hold.
I would say an infection probably because it looks more like pus, or he has an abscessed tooth. With a dog, I would take him in right away, right? But you have ill effects on their health when you tranquilize them too. So I would say if he starts behaving any different than what he normally does, then it's worth knocking him out for. Because this is not something that's normal.
After 3 days at the shelter, the twin moose calves are bouncier than ever.
Yeah, silly brother. Yeah.
You're a little sassy pants. You want to play too?
But their new friend is moving much slower.
We noticed that he wasn't weight-bearing on his left hind leg. It's probably hurting.
In a dog attack, the moose was wounded on the neck.
Sounds not looking good. Like they're all dry and not too deep.
Making his limp all the more mysterious.
You're not drinking either anymore? Come on, bud. There's something going on in his body that's not correct. So just to make sure that we're not missing anything, bringing him to the vet and hopefully can figure out what's wrong with him.
At Babine Animal Hospital,
This is the one that got mauled by dogs.
okay, Kim brings Dr. Michael Desharnais up to speed.
But he's not weight-bearing on his leg.
Fella, how are you? It seems stable. There's no dislocation of the hip. I don't think it's fractured.
Okay.
I'm wondering about an infection going on in the leg here.
Yeah.
Let's just put him on an antibiotic.
To treat the moose calf's symptoms,
A little poke. Sorry.
Dr. Desharnais injects 2 medications.
So I'm just going to give him a half a cc of this. It's an anti-inflammatory. All right, well, let's see how he does.
Not really clear answer what it exactly is. Of course, I'm always worried, especially with moose, they're so fragile.
At Northern Lights Wildlife Shelter,
Good boy. Look at you.
the twin moose calves are guzzling their breakfast.
Come on.
But the injured moose is refusing to eat.
Now he's buckling over now again.
Despite the medication from the vet, his leg is still weak.
Hopefully he will at least drink his bottle and keep his strength. Got a little bit in, but still not a lot. Maybe the next feeding. All right.
As the day wears on,
Did you think about it? You decided to drink your bottle now?
Kim continues her quest to feed the fragile moose.
One hand under his chin and just stroke him.
Volunteer Ellie Schreiner steps in to help.
It's okay.
But no matter who's offering the milk,
Oh, maybe
the calf isn't taking it.
we keep trying. Sometimes you get really frustrated and you just have to walk away for a bit and then come back. Are you hungry? You stand up? You need a hand?
Oh, come on. You need to cooperate a bit. Oh.
Didn't want to eat, no energy.
You know, it takes not even a minute if you suckle it down. Just drink. Suckle it down, and I'll leave you alone. Just don't move then.
Despite Kim's efforts, the moose calf won't finish his bottle.
Oh, yeah, I know. You don't feel good yet. I hear it in your breathing.
We don't really know what's going on, but hopefully he makes a full recovery. Yesterday we noticed Taku had a huge swelling. Hi guys! We were pretty worried. We were wondering maybe he had a tooth infection. That looks way better. Yeah.
Taku's swollen mouth is on the mend.
But because the swelling went down so fast,
Did you get stung? Huh? Was that it?
we suspect he probably got stung by wasps. Wasps are really bad now this time of year. He's still a little bit swollen, but he's eating good, play fighting with the others. So we keep an eye on him that nothing bad's gonna happen to him.
If Taku's mouth heals quickly, he'll be on track to be released with his brother Yukon.
Half an hour ago, Big Moose took a turn for the worse and started throwing up. We think it's the capsular myopathy kicking in. It's a condition caused by stress that attacks the muscles. It includes lungs, heart, like vital organs. In this case, we think the dog attack triggered it. There's no real cure, and it leads to a really painful death. We called the vet, and he's gonna put him down so he's not suffering. We spend a lot of time with him, so it makes it really hard. Sometimes it's more fair towards the animal just to let them go and to keep fighting a battle that you can't win.
At Northern Lights Wildlife Shelter,
You guys went to bed again? What we got? Yeah, the babies. Got your bottle.
Kim and volunteer Ellie focus on feeding the twin moose calves.
He's hungry.
Yeah, that's good. Feels really good to see them doing so well,
Really done.
especially after they lost the big boy. Goed komen. Yeah, this is good for the heart. And they're happy, you get moose kisses, they're doing really good. Happy, happy, happy.
There's something else for Kim to look forward to.
Awesome.
Taku and Yukon are returning to the wild.
Yep, we're ready to go.
Co-founder Angelica Langen prepares the bear's tranquilizer shots. Taku is now fully healed from a wasp sting and is first to be tranquilized.
Time! Yeah.
Full of love.
Aww.
Taku is fitted with a tracking collar.
Okay, collar is activated.
You will send a postcard every once in a while that he's still doing good.
Now it's Yukon's turn to be sedated.
Time! Really proud of them. They came a long way. We go on this outside road here.
An hour later, Taku and Yukon are eager to get out.
And he's not happy. I spent a lot of time with Taku when he was injured, so yeah, I want to see him go in the wild.
It looks like we've got a really good site.
200 kilometers south of the shelter, Kim and Tanja find a perfect release site.
We're actually going to release them side by side, hoping that they stay connected and kind of support each other on their first leg of the new adventure.
Okay.
1,
2, 3.
Taku is first out of the box,
Hey, bud. Hey, big brother.
while his bigger brother Yukon takes a more cautious approach.
Dookie's over there.
Taku took off like a missile.
I was like, come on, bud, you could have at least given me the opportunity to take some pictures. See you walk off in the sunset, ideally, but nope.
Yukon, on the other hand, sauntered out, took in his surroundings.
He's taken this really well.
You're being very majestic right now. It was just polar opposites in their reactions to the release.
There were 2 smaller bears with major characters. They just grab your heartstrings and pull them.